Greetings folks. In the last couple of videos we've put together points on this face here at the dead center and patterned them all out for assembly, and we did the same thing on the inside face and patterned them all out onto this 1 by 2 by 1 by 35 aluminum C-channel. The next part, of course, is to add points along the top row. So let's do that now. Sketching on the top row here. On the top face, let's call it. Here we go. We're going to put a point. My shortcut is Shift P, and I'm going to want to put it at the midpoint there and the midpoint there. There it is. And I'm going to then go create rectangular pattern. Maybe I should make a hotkey for that too. And remember, clicking on these things is really hard, so just click and drag a little bit and you're able to grab one. And I'm going to be dragging it this way, so that's the negative direction it looks like. In total, there's going to be 35 holes. That's the 35 in 1 by 2 by 1 by 35. And the total length of the metal is 17.5 inches. We're subtracting out the 1/4 inch at each end to make a total of 1/2 inch being subtracted off 17.5 inches to give us 17 inches. And remember, that's in the negative direction. Okay, and so that should have spaced them all out nicely, but don't hit enter yet. The classic error, of course, the reason it's lagging on me right now is because I've got 3 triple stacked up right now. Okay, so again, we just want one copy of all of them, and now everything will be much smoother. So it's not rendering out multiple versions of the same thing. And that's all set. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. You should be feeling comfortable about how that goes. Now again, we have to do the flip of that underneath here. Okay, so now this is where things start getting a little bit weird, but not too difficult. We're going to be drawing on this face here, so adding a sketch to that layer. And again, ideally I would just be able to hit project, and again click and drag and be able to highlight all of these different points. And I could just go and individually click and click, but again, I'm just going to do one. Okay, and hit OK, and I'm going to go and create a rectangular pattern for this one point right there, and it's going that way. So -12, again, this will be the same length, -17 inches, not millimeters, and there will be 35 of them. Okay, and I just want single copies, right? And that should give me all of them along there. Great. So now we should have, finish that sketch. We should now have points on the top here and underneath it there for us to be able to attach screws or nuts or bearing flats to. Now we need both of those now to be, well, we need one again to come down on this face and one on the inside face. So we still have to do the exact same thing on the top that we just did, on the bottom that we just did on the top. So let's go ahead and do that. If they were 3-dimensional objects, I would mirror them, but they're not. They're 2-dimensional objects. So we'll just draw on that layer, P for project, get one of those points, there it is, and hit OK, and then rectangular pattern it across to the end. Rectangular pattern of that point. Going that way, again, there's going to be 35 of them over 17 inches and single versions of them all, and that will work perfectly. Okay, finish that sketch, and let's just come on back out. So now I've got versions on the top and bottom here and here, on this layer here with that face, I believe, and now I've got to go underneath here and put one more on this face here, and then the C channel is totally set up to be able to attach anything to either face of those, or sorry, either position of those same holes. So we're going to project again the point there, got it, onto this layer now, and then rectangular pattern that across. So let's rectangular pattern that in that direction. There'll be 35 of them, and they will go over negative, this time it looks like, -17 inches, and there's singles of all of them. Now I hope I did this right. I just had a weird thought that my math was off for a second. Oh no, it's right, yeah. Yep, 1/4 inch plus a 1/4 inch is a 1/2 inch. 17.5 minus half is 17. Okay, we're set. There you go, folks. So that is how you set up your C channel. So now it can be used in so many different varieties moving forward. Okay, folks, touch base if you got any questions. And then moving forward, as you go to make this, you might have to do this to a few other components, but you now know how to set it up for future parts. All right, good luck.